Hello there, this is Alexandra from the Middlesized Garden YouTube channel and blog, and this is the November garden tour. The temperatures this month here in southeast England have ranged from about 14 degrees to 9 degrees Celsius. That's about 48 to 58 degrees Fahrenheit during the day, and then from night it's been about 3 to 9 degrees, and we've had one very short frost. And we've had a fair amount of rain, not every day. The plants that are really beginning to show off now at the end of November are the trees, the grasses and the topiary. Last month I said that we weren't getting much autumn colour. I have had to eat my words. I think this has been the best autumn colour I've known for a long time, and there are a few plants I'd like to show you which I think really work well in any small or indeed middle-sized garden. And the first one has got to be the Cotinus. This is Cotinus Cagyria grace, and it had wonderful kind of frothy smoke bush type flowers in June, and it really looked stunning. But it's also absolutely stunning in the autumn. It's had a kaleidoscope of colours. It's like ever changing. Fruit trees are just a fabulous thing to have in a small garden in winter. We've got a couple of crab apples here, and I can't remember their names, but when you're choosing a crab apple tree, if you ask them for a crab apple which holds its fruits well over the winter, it'll provide food for birds and it'll go on looking lovely. And I've known this crab apple tree here to stay full of its fruit until about the end of February, so that's a great value thing to have in the garden. Quince is another fabulous tree to have in small gardens. It's got the most beautiful white flowers in spring, and then in autumn you've got these incredibly fragrant fruits, and I put them in a bowl and put it in the hallway because every time you walk into the house the whole thing has got this incredibly delicate fragrance. I'm going to give you 30 seconds to show you about the leaf changes in this garden. We've had just one little frost, and of course that means that the dahlias have completely collapsed, and so that I will be cutting them down. I don't dig my dahlias up, I simply cut them down so that none of the stalks are exposed, and then I pile lots of mulch on top. And some dahlias actually really love that, and this orange cushion has just threatened to take over the entire world. And what I have realised is that I need to be much better about supporting it in future, because it has just flopped everywhere. And it's been a great, wonderful thing to look at, and gorgeous colour and everything. But I really think the whole bed would look better if it wasn't completely swamped in a flopping dahlia. So next year I'm going to have to look at a much bigger and much stronger support. I think phormiums have been a really useful reintroduction this summer. They're a very 70s plant. They've been out of fashion for ages, but now that everyone's getting so interested in exotic looking plants, the phormium has apparently, according to some of the nursery people I speak to, has become one of the best-selling plants of 2018. And I have to say, I went to a nursery expecting to buy some perennials and came out with 6 phormium, thinking, has something taken over my brain? But it hadn't, no, and I've been really pleased with them because they've created a bit of shape and contrast in pots. They've been absolutely great over this hot, dry summer. The other trees that have been great have been the silver birches. They don't just have that lovely white bark, and by the way, I'm about to start washing that, because around this time of year, if you strip off some of the peeling bark and then wash something just lightly with soap and water, you cannot believe the difference it makes. And people have been coming into this garden this year and saying, my God, your silver birch trunks are so white. What variety are they? And I've been going, oh, well, actually, I wash them. And everyone, no, you don't. Oh, really? Do you know Alexandra washes her trees? So if you can put up with a bit of teasing, I can really recommend washing your silver birches. If you've enjoyed this, do hit like, because then I'll know you like to see more garden tours. And if you haven't subscribed to the Middlesized Garden YouTube channel, we upload on Saturdays with tips, ideas and inspiration for your middle-sized garden. So I hope to see you again. Thank you.